Hello there guys, and welcome back to another review. And today, as I said in my previous one, I'll be getting back to my dinosaur reviews. And today we will be taking a look at the PNSO Perez, the Machairoceratops. Now, the full name is Machairoceratops cronusi. Now, Machairos comes from the Greek word meaning bent sword, in reference, of course, to these long horns at the top of the frill, and cronusi in reference to the Greek god Kronos, who carried a curved-bladed weapon, quite similar to what Machairoceratops has on its head. Now, its full name means bent sword, horned face, and is a genus of Centrosaurine ceratopsian that lived in the late Cretaceous period 80.8 million years ago in southern Utah in a rock formation known as the Wahweap Formation. Now, the only known remains of Machairoceratops are a partial skull uncovered in 2006, which included the horn cores and parts of the frill, among other bits of the skull itself. But these remains were not described until 2016. Now, the body size is currently unknown, but it is estimated to be around 6 meters in length and possibly weighed in at 2.3 to 2.5 tons. Now, Machairoceratops is one of the newest members of the ceratopsian family, as I have just stated. And this is actually the first rendition of this animal that has ever been made into figure form. And I have to say, I think it's a pretty nice figure. I think PNSO have done a great job of researching the heads, the bits of the skull that are known, and then of course, hypothetically, with the rest of the body, following the same general ceratopsian body plan. And as always, let's take a look at the head. The head sculpt is really, really nice. It's been nicely picked out with lots of scale detail, as you can see there. There's also a bit of a wash across the horns and the top area of the head here. I guess to sort of represent maybe a keratin sheath. I think that's what they were going for. We've got some nice eye spots here on the frill. And there's a few little epicetals or larger scales going down the middle here. We of course have the curved horns up at the top of the frill, which the animal is of course named after. These are very nicely picked out, and they are made of a more durable material than the rest of the figure, so they're a little bendy as well. They are sort of sharp as well on the brow horns, so if you do have small children, just bear that in mind if they do pick this up and put it near their face. Hopefully they don't. But yeah, just something to be cautious about. The mouth is open, and you can just have a look inside and see there's some the teeth have been sculpted up at the top, and on the lower jaw there's even the tongue down there as well. And you can see the inside of the mouth, been nicely picked out as well. The beak has been nicely done, some nice grey, black on the tips. You can see also the nostrils have been picked out very nicely as well. Even the ear holes, ear hole there, and another one just there on the side of the head. The eyes been nicely done as well. We have a nice yellow with a black pupil. Got some nice epicetals going along the frill on the side here as well, and you can see there's some nice colour schemes there. As I said, we've got the white eye spots with a bit of yellow in the middle, and we've got some like little black spots going along the side of the frill. The head is is more orange, more orangey, sort of lighter colour, and then the rest of the body is this nice sort of beige sandy yellow with these black or dark brown stripes and striations going all the way down the body, and lots of striping along the tail, so it looks very, very nice. And there's some nice scale detail on here as well, very nicely picked out. There's also a more crocodilian like scales along the belly and underside, and just there, that is where the cloaca is. There is the correct number of digits on the toes, so we have... Now, ceratopsians have 5 toes, so 3 of them are hooved, and the other 2 are not. And they also have 4 toes, 4 claw toes at the back as well, which is correct. So PNSO have definitely paid attention to detail. But yeah, as far as detail and anatomy and accuracy, I'd say this is pretty darn good. I mean, being the only Machairoceratops figure that is currently known, I think they've done a really good job. But I know what everyone is also thinking. This looks an awful lot like Diabloceratops, and you would be right. Diabloceratops, in fact, let me just bring in the Safari one for comparison. You can see that they are very similar in appearance. However, Diabloceratops is known from... Machairoceratops is actually slightly older than Diabloceratops. Machairoceratops lived, as I said, 80.8 million years ago, whereas Diabloceratops lived 79.5 million years ago. So there is a bit of a gap. It's quite likely that maybe the ancestors of Diabloceratops may have actually evolved from Machairoceratops, or perhaps Machairoceratops evolved into Diabloceratops. Of course, this is just speculation, but judging with the way that the horns and the overall shape of the head is, it does seem quite likely that, you know, they may have evolved Diabloceratops. But it is quite likely that Diabloceratops may have indeed evolved from the much older Machairoceratops. But of course, around at this time would have been Tyrannosaurs. I'm just going to bring in the Lythranax. Now, I think it's quite possible that these two would have met, of course. Diabloceratops and Lythranax, of course, probably would have been enemies, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, as Lythranax is known from around 80 million years ago, it's quite likely that Machairoceratops may have indeed also come across this Tyrannosaur as well. But with all three of these, I think they look quite nice. So I'll take the Lythranax away. But I think these two actually look quite nice together on the shelf. You can even, you know, as they are very closely related, you could even have them as like an evolutionary tree if you wanted. But actually, I think, you know, these two are even scale quite nicely. They seem to be around more or less similar size, with the Diabloceratops being just slightly taller than the Machairoceratops. But I think the Machairoceratops from PNSO is a wonderful addition to the ceratopsian line. It's of a species not many have heard of, so it gets points for that. While the colour scheme does seem very, well, you know, cliche, considering that a lot of PNSO figures have got this sort of beige, sandy colour, amongst, of course, the Tyrannosaurus, the Miragaia, and a couple of others. I think actually this one, it works for the Machairoceratops. And I definitely think this belongs in your collections, especially if you like ceratopsians like I do. And yeah, so I picked this up at Everything Dinosaur, so I will leave a link in the description box below where you can purchase Perez, as well as all of the other PNSO products that they have on their website. Now, I'm sorry I didn't show the box. The box is currently in storage, so I didn't have time to get it out. But yeah, definitely a fantastic PNSO figure. And yeah, one that I think has been sort of overlooked. But definitely, if you have the chance, pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all in the next video. So please take care, everyone. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye!